Welcome to another episode of Snowboard. Today we want to continue our search for the best snowboard for you, and we want to have a look at the flex, which basically indicates how stiff your snowboard is. If you ever had a look on a snowboard spec sheet, you most certainly find a category called flex or personality of the board. I don't know who started this. It used to be a scale from 1 to 10. If the board was very flexible, it got a low number, and it was stiff, it got a high number. So each board gets a number on the flex scale, but what does that mean in terms of riding? We start off with having a look at speed. Imagine you're riding a very soft board and you come across a bump in the track. Because your snowboard is very soft, it will form around the terrain. That results in a very bumpy ride, especially if you're riding at a certain speed. A stiff board, on the other hand, will not give in to the terrain and smooth out a lot of your riding experience. How do the different boards compare while jumping? The lead up to the jump is just gaining speed, so nothing changes. While in the air, it doesn't matter what you have strapped to your feet, but the landing is a very important part, so let's have a look at that. Imagine your snowboard like a suspension from a car or a bike if you're not old enough to imagine cars. A soft suspension will smooth out smaller impacts, but will be useless if the impacts are too big. This concept can be transferred to the different snowboards. If you're landing smaller jumps, a soft board can really make the landing feel smooth. But the jumps are getting higher and further, the impact increases, and a soft board can only do so much to help you, right to the point where it just breaks. Tricks look so much easier on a soft board. Well, that's because they are. It's way easier to press a soft board out of shape than a stiff board. However, it is easier to maintain a trick with a stiffer board because it has way more structural stability. If the tricks are more about jumping around and not bending your snowboard out of shape, a stiff board might help you out a little bit more because of its suspension characteristics. So now you have to decide whether you want a soft board or a stiff board or something in between. I recommend trying out a soft board and a stiff board before going out and buying one for yourself. If you have still any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section, and if you are not yet subscribed to Snowboard, you should do that and get notified whenever we release a new video, and I hope to see you in the next one.